हेलो एभ्रिवान, नमस्ते एन्ड वेलकम। डिकेपी अफिसियल युट्युब च्यानलमा यहाँहरूलाई स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु। साथीहरू, आज यहाँहरूको सामु एसी 2081मा बागमती प्रोभिन्समा कम्पलसरी इङ्ग्लिसमा सोधेको कम्पलसरी इङ्ग्लिसको कम्प्लिट सोल्युसन लिएर म उपस्थित भइसकेको छु। पक्कै पनि यो भिडियो यहाँहरूलाई राम्रो लाग्नेछ भन्दै आजको भिडियो सेसनलाई म अगाडि बढाउन चाहन्छु र यो भिडियो अन्तिममा हेरिसकेपछि तपाईको कति नम्बर जति आउने रहेछ त इङ्ग्लिसमा त्यो पनि गेस गर्न नभुल्नु होला, कमेन्टमा छोड्नु होला भन्दै आजको भिडियो सेसनलाई म सुरु गर्न चाहे। क्वेशन नम्बर 1 मा सोधेको छ रिड द पोएम एन्ड राइट ट्रू एन्ड फल्स फर फल्स भनेको छ स्टेटमेन्ट जुन 5 मार्क्सको लागि सोधेको छ। यहाँ वेदर पोएमबाट के कुरा सोधेको छ साथीहरु। This is the weather the cuckoo likes and so do I. When sour buttonball the chestnut spike and nesting fly. And the little brown nightingale builds his best, and they sit outside at the travel race. And maids come forth spring Muslim dress, and citizens dream of the south and west, and so do I. This is the weather the shepherd's sons, and so do I. When beaches drip in browns and dunes and thresh and ply, and hill high tides throw and throw, and meadow rivulets overflow, and drops on the gate bar hang in a row, and rocks in families homeward go, and so do I. थोमस हार्डीले यो पोएम लेखेको हुनुहुन्छ, जसमा यहाँहरुको लागि सोधेको छ आइमा द स्पिकर लाइक्स द स्प्रिङ सिजन, आइमा द गर्ल्स wear thick clothes in spring, I people love to travel far and wide in spring, IB tides are silent in winter, B मा rocks hate the winter season रहेको छ। यसको आन्सरहरु रहेको छ साथीहरु। I को true, the speaker enjoy the same weather as the cuckoo which is associated with the spring, I को false हुन्छ। The poem mentioned that maids come forth spring Muslim dress, meaning they wear light Muslim dresses, not thick clothes. I मा true, the line citizens dream of the south and west suggests people think of traveling. IB मा false, the poem state and hill heat tides throw on throw, indicating that tides are active, not silent. B मा true, rocks in family homeward go suggest that rocks prefer to return home in winter, implying they do not favor it. त्यसैगरी प्रश्न नम्बर 2 मा रहेको छ read the text and do the tasks भने 10 मार्क्स को लागि सोधेको छ। प्रताप मल्ल was one of the most famous king of Malla dynasty. He constructed some magnificent and beautiful architectural structure around Kathmandu. The way he came to the throne is very interesting and controversial. At the same time, he had the experience of administration even when his father was alive. When his father Lakshmi Narar Singh madness grew worse, he imprisoned his father and he himself ruled as a regent of his father in Kantipur. He was an able administrator. Kantipur was highly developed during his reign. Trade with Lhasa, Tibet was also going on well. By his tact, he was making the king of Lalitpur and Bhaktapur pillage each other. Sometimes he sided with Bhaktapur and posed a threat to Lalitpur. On other occasions, he aligned with Lalitpur and fell upon Bhaktapur. Pratap Malla was a religious-minded person. He built a beautiful temple at Guyeswari and fenced it. He renovated the temple of Pasupatinath and raised a pinnacle over it. At Swayambhu, he built Pratappur, Kavindrapur and many other temples, and also set up a copper gilt Vajra. He also renovated the temple in Basuki Bhimsen, Taleju and Degutale with a view of warding off evils. He erected an image of Hanuman, the monkey god, by the side of his place gates and called the place Hanuman Dhoka. He erected the golden gate of the place, set up an image of Nirisimha, Narsingha, Kalbhairav and Vishwarup at Laykubahi. Inside the place, he also set up Sundari Chowk and Mohan Chowk. A pond was dug at Bhadrakhal and filled with water brought from Buranil Kantha. He installed an image of Narayan lying in the pond, an exact replica from Buranil Kantha temple. I. A. Fill in the blanks with the correct information from the text. Aima, after sending his father to prison, Pratap Malla ruled in Kantipur as a regent. II. Pratap Malla made the king of Lalitpur and Bhaktapur fight with each other. III. Pratap Malla set up a pinnacle over the Pasupati temple, Pasupatinath temple. यसको खाली ठाउँमा pinnacle. IB मा an image of Hanuman was raised at Hanuman Dhoka to get rid of evils. खाली ठाउँमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ त साथीहरु, evils हुन्छ. B मा Sundari Chowk and Mohan Chowk were set up inside the place. है त्यसैगरी B मा answer the following question. I. Why is Pratap Malla popular as king? Give a reason भन्छ. Pratap Malla is popular as a king because he was an able administrator who developed Kantipur and constructed many architectural and religious monuments. IIMA, do you think Pratap Malla did a right job by imprisoning his father? Why or why not? This is a subjective question. No possible answer is no. He did not do the right thing because in imprisoning his father for his illness seems cruel. Instead, he could have taken care of him while managing the administration. I. Write the name of two temples that Pratap Malla built at Swayambhu. Pratap Malla built Pratappur and Kavindrapur temple at Swayambhu. IB. Who is Hanuman? Hanuman is a monkey god in Hindu mythology, known for his strength and devotion to Lord Rama. V. What is common between Bhadrakhal and Buranil Kantha? Both Bhadrakhal and Buranil Kantha have an image of Narayan lying in a pond. The pond at Bhadrakhal is a replica of the original at Buranil Kantha. 3. Read the following text and do the tasks. Wanted. We are prominent importer and distributor of medical devices are seeking dynamic candidate for the following post. 1. Marketing executive. 3. Kathmandu and outside. Science, commerce graduate with good communication skill, pleasant and smart personality, willing to work and travel extensively. Experience in similar product will be an added advantage. 2. Sales delivery. 2%. At least a high school graduate. The candidate should be smart and willing to work at odd hours. Note, for both posts 1 and 2, candidates having their own bike will have an added advantage. 3. Account officer. Ladies 1. Master in accounting. Good English language skill. Excellent computer skill. Willing to work independently. Some experience will be preferred. If you meet the above criteria, please apply with your CV and a recent photograph mentioning your expected salary to the following email address by 25 March 2025. Email information.mediates@gmail.com. Only shortlisted candidates matching our criteria will be called for an interview. ABC International Private Limited, Kathmandu, Nepal. Fill in the blanks with the correct information from the text. A. ABC International Private Limited is looking for dynamic candidates. Applicants having bike will be preferred for the post of marketing, executive and sales delivery. Interested candidates should mention their expected salary while applying for the post. IB. Qualified candidate can apply through email information.mediates@gmail.com. B. Female candidate with a master degree in accounting can apply for the account officer. B. Answer the following question. I. What does ABC International Private Limited deal with? ABC International Private Limited deal with importing and distributing medical devices. II. What academic qualification is required for the post of marketing executive? A science or commerce graduate degree is required for the post of marketing executive. III. Which posts require the staff to work at unusual hours? The sales delivery post require the staff to work at unusual hours. IV. What is the last date to apply? The last date to apply is 25 March 2025. Similarly, B. Who will be called for the interview? Only shortlisted candidate matching the criteria will be called for the interview. 4. Read the article given below and do the facts. Health experts get through on social school lunches. It's lunchtime at Hall Memorial School in Connecticut, and 10 years old Haley is making her way through the food line. Many of her friends are thrilled with the day's lunch selection, pizza and french fries and hot dogs, but Haley feels discouraged. I use 4 or 5 napkins just trying to get the grease of the pizza. She says, where are the healthy options? Health experts are asking the same question. They say foods high in fat, salt and sugar should be banned from school lunch program. This includes some items you might not suspect, like fruit punch, which is loaded with sugar and uh, macaroni and cheeses, which is sky high in fat and salt. Children are already consuming too much junk food, says Jane Killer, a dietitian at the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. It's important to offer them only healthy items in school. It is not that health experts want to deprive kids of food they like best. They just want to help kids avoid many of the health problems that come with eating large quantities of unhealthful food. Today, 15% of children ages 6 to 11 are off or seriously overweight. That's up from just 6.5% in the late 1970s. Poor diet and obesity can cause diseases like type 2 diabetes, which can lead to blindness and kidney problem. As of a few years ago, this disease was so rare in children that it called adult onset diabetes. Many foods that are offered in cafeterias are linked to this problem, Keller says. Most schools do offer some helpful foods, but experts say that doesn't solve the problem. Given a choice, most kids are going to choose junk over something healthy, says Pat Thornton, a physiologist who studied obesity in children. Thornton and other experts agree that schools and parents need to educate kids about making good food choice both in and out of school. A. Write true for true and false for false statement. Answer ma. I true. Haley found the pizza too woolly and used napkins to remove the grease. II. False. Fruit punch is high in sugar and not considered healthy. III. True. Obesity can cause type 2 diabetes, which can lead to blindness and kidney problems. IV. False. Many foods in school cafeterias are unhealthy and linked to obesity. B. False. Pat Thornton is a physiologist, not a food expert. Similarly, B. Match the meaning in column A with the correct word in column B. I. Feeling or showing great excitement and pleasant. F. Thrill. I. Feeling less confident, discouraged. I. A drink made by mixing water, fruit juice and spices. Punch. I. Be a person who advises people about healthy food habits, dietitian. B. The fact of being fat in an unhealthy obesity. The word expert does not have the match. C. Match the following question. Who are thrilled with the day's lunch selection? Many of Haley friends are thrilled with the lunch selection. I. According to expert, what kind of food should be banned from school? Food high in fat, salt and sugar should be banned from school. II. What can be the cause of blindness and kidney problem? Type 2 diabetes, which is linked to obesity, can cause blindness and kidney problems. IB. What is the percentage of children aged 6 to 11 years? 15% of children aged 16 to 6 to 11 years are obese. B. Where do kids need to be elected about food choice? Kids need to be Where do kids need to be educated about food choice? Kids need to be educated about food choice both in and out of school. 5. Write a set of rules and regulations to be followed in a library. Write it in about 100 words using the clues given below. Opening time 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Switch off mobile phone, not making noise. No littering. Issue book before borrowing. Library rules and regulation. 1. The library must be used quietly. Talking loudly is not allowed. 2. The opening hours are from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and visitors must leave on time. 3. Mobile phones must be switched off or kept on silent mode. Phone calls are strictly prohibited. 4. Students must issue books properly before borrowing. Taking books without permission is not allowed. 5. Littering is strictly prohibited. All waste must be disposed of in dustbin. 6. Eating and drinking inside the library are not allowed. 7. User must handle book carefully. Damaging book cannot be tolerated. 6. Your sister is going to get married next month. Write a letter to your friends inviting him or her in the wedding ceremony using the following clue in about 100 words. 26 April 2025. Own home. No gift. Blessing to end. Bridegroom. Wedding party. Presence of the whole family. RSVP. Its answer. Suman Sharma, Kumari Pati, Lalitpur, Nepal, 20th March 2025. Dear Prakash, I hope you and your family are doing well. I have some wonderful news to share. My sister is getting married. I am thrilled to invite you to her wedding ceremony on 26th April 2025 at our own home. The presence of our friend and family will make this occasion even more special, and I would love for you to be a part of it. There is no need to bring any gifts. Your blessing for the bride and groom are more than enough. We have also planned a wedding party, and I am sure it will be memorable celebration. Please let me know if you can make it. RSVP. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Best regards, Suman. 7. People in our society tend to spend money beyond the capacity for show off in the name of festivals and celebration. Write 2 paragraphs in about 150 words expressing your view on the issue. The problem of overspending on festivals and celebration in Nepal. In Nepal, festival and celebration are very important for our culture and tradition. However, many people spend more money than they can afford just to show off during festival like Dasai and Tiyar. And even at wedding, people buy expensive clothes, give grand feasts, and decorate their home beautifully. They feel pressure to spend more so that others will think highly of them. Because of this, many people take loans or use of their saving instead of enjoying the festival with family. They feel stressed about money. Festival should be about happiness, family and tradition, not about competition. Spending too much money on celebration can cause big problem, especially for middle class and poor families. Some people even took loan and later struggle to pay for important things like education and healthcare. Instead of showing off, we should celebrate in a simple and meaningful way. Festivals should bring joy, not financial burden. Society needs to understand that true happiness comes from love and togetherness, not from spending too much money. 8. Write a review of book that you have recently read in about 200 words. Include book detail, main plot, your analysis, strength and weakness, and recommendation. A book review. Munamodan. Book Munamodan. Title Mahakavi Lakshmi Prasad Dekota. Published 1996 BS or 1939 AD. Publisher Saja Prakashan. Genre Poetry. Khandakavya. Main characters Madan, Muna Madan's friends, and a kind-hearted man from a lower caste. Main plot. Muna Madan is a famous epic poem in Nepali literature. The story follows Madan, who leaves his loving wife Muna and his old mother to God to Lhasa for war. His return, he falls ill and his friends abandon him in the forest. A man from a so-called lower caste saves his life, teaching modern that a person's greatness is determined by their heart, not their caste. Meanwhile, Muna, believing Madan is dead, uh, dies in grief before he returns. Analysis, strength and weakness. One of the biggest strengths of Muna Madan is its emotional depth and realistic portrayal of Nepali society. The poem is beautifully written in simple yet powerful folk style rhymes, making it easy to understand and memorable. The story also delivers a strong message against caste discrimination and the hardships of Nepali migrants. However, the tragic ending may feel too emotional for some readers, which can be seen as a weakness. Recommendation. Muna Madan is must read for anyone interested in Nepali literature. It teaches valuable lessons about love, sacrifice and social equality. Even after many decades, its message is still relevant today. I highly recommend this book to all readers. 9. Repeat the following sentence as instructed in the bracket. आइमा क्वेसन ट्याग सोधेको छु साथीहरु. He cut his finger accidentally. Structure statement plus comma plus auxiliary verb plus pronoun. Answer. He cut his finger accidentally. That means didn't he? I. Correct verb from future for perfect tense. By next week, question. By next week, I submit my project work. Structure by time. Subject plus will have plus past participle V3 of the verb. यसको आन्सर रहेको छ by next week I will have submitted my project work. I मा indirect speech interrogative sentence question. Hari said to me, where did you go last holiday? Structure subject plus acts plus object plus WH word plus subject plus verb change tense. Answer. Hari asked me where I had gone last holiday. IV. Passive voice. Question. Somebody knocked the door, structure object plus was where plus past participle V3 plus by plus subject. Answer: the door was knocked by somebody. B. Negative sentence question. John like to read newspaper. Structure subject plus auxiliary verb plus not plus main verb plus object. Answer: John does not like to read newspaper. Why? When question. The question is Babita will visit Johnson next week. Structure when plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb plus object. Answer मा when will Babita visit Johnson. त्यसै गरी question number 10 choose and copy the correct answer from the brackets to complete the given text. Rewriting the text is not compulsory भनेर 5 मार्क्स को लागि सोधेको छ साथीहरु। यहाँ भएको क्वेशनलाई राम्रोसँग हेर्नुस्। म यसको आन्सर चाहिँ यहाँ तल दिएको छु। ए मा द हुन्छ साथीहरु। रुल्स use the before specific noun especially when referring to a well known place like the capital. Sentence: Mr. Badal and Mr. Gautam migrate to the capital. Was rule: the subject one of them is singular, so we use was. Sentence: one of them was from Cabre Planchok. In rule: in is used to indicate location within a place. Sentence: the condition of a community school in their new society. D. Started. Rules: meanwhile indicate a complete past action, so we use the simple past tense started. Sentence: the three wise people started to raise awareness. E. Wasn't it? Rule: use a positive question tag wasn't it for a positive sentence. Sentence: a team of land management committee was formed. Wasn't it? Although is used to show contrast between two ideas. Sentence: although they were new, they persuaded every hour's owner. G. Were bought. Rule: the passive voice is needed because two pieces of land are the object of the action. Sentence: two pieces of land were bought by the school. It's how they had. Rule: the reporting verb acts is in the past, so indirect speech needs had for the past perfect. Sentence: the school team how they had collect the money. I wouldn't have. Rule: in third conditional sentence on real past we use wouldn't have plus past participle. Sentence: the school wouldn't have got a spacious ground. J. Realize. Rule: make plus object plus verb where infinitive is the correct structure. Sentence: this made the villager realize that perseverance is key. Similarly, here are some final answer you can see directly here. साथीहरु भिडियो कस्तो लाग्यो जस्तो लाग्यो त्यस्तै सुझाव सल्लाह र प्रतिक्रिया दिन नभुल्नु होला। सँगसँगै यदि यहाँलाई यो भिडियो मन परेको छ भने यसले तपाईको एक्जामलाई केही हेल्प गर्यो, तपाईहरुले चाहिँ कति मार्क्स ल्याएछु मैले भन्ने गेस गर्नुभयो भने प्लिज डीकेपी अफिसियल युट्युब च्यानललाई सब्स्क्राइब गर्न नभुल्नु होला। किनभने मेरो मेहनत नै हजुरको एउटा सफलता हुनेछ भन्दै आजको भिडियो सेसनलाई म यही बिट मार्न चाहन्छु र बाँकी यस्तै आगामी दिनमा यस्तै भिडियोहरु म निरन्तर रूपमा डीकेपी अफिसियल युट्युब च्यानलमा हाल्ने नै छु भन्दै आजको लागि यो भिडियो यही अन्त्य गर्दै बिदा हुन चाहन्छु। Okay, have a good day and best wishes for your next coming exam.